Okay, so welcome back to my channel, guys. Like, I am just so excited for the game on Sunday, and what a game on Thursday. I mean, like, what a game between South Africa and Australia. I was about to say India, but then I forgot. I'm just never mind. Yeah, what a game on Wednesday. I was about to say Wednesday, but then I forgot. What a game on Wednesday between India and New Zealand, and the way India just went about it and dominated it from the start till the end. That was just it was just something else to watch. I mean, like, just seeing a new India. Like, what is it that makes India so special? What is it that is making India dominate this whole World Cup? Like, why have they not even lost one match? Like, why? Let's find out. Before we start this video, like, a huge shout out to my cousin Tanmay, because I was so nervous in making this video and I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to speak. I didn't know how to put this out, and he just gave me a whole flow, and he just gave me a whole like a whole direction, I would say, and it just made it so much more easier for me. And yeah, so just analyzing India. Let's come to India now. So just analyzing India. What were the things that were going wrong in India? Firstly, there was no top order stability. Either there used to be bulk of runs being scored by the top order, or otherwise there would be a crash, and if there was a crash, the whole pressure would come on the middle order, and they didn't know where to put Rahul. KL Rahul was performing properly, but they didn't know if they put him on top, then the middle order would crash. If they put him down, then the top order would crash, and they didn't know what to do with him. And I think that jeopardy, and the number 4 jeopardy, who was supposed to take the number 4, and who was the one who was like the number 4 jeopardy. And also their bowling. How would they make their bowling more and more efficient? Like what would they have to do? And who would be their starting bowler? Who would be their death bowler? What are the changes that they could have done? Like, everything was messing up with Team India, and everything was going wrong for them before the World Cup, and everyone was so scared. Everyone was predicting that probably they would lose and stuff like that, but they kept on winning and they kept doing it consistently, and that is something that is putting Team India into the spotlight, not only in India but throughout the world. I mean, that's amazing. That's like, I'm very proud to be in India, and yeah. So what has worked for Team India? What is something that India has done differently than the other teams, and what is it that is working for them? So let's start from the start. The top order: Rohit Sharma, Shubman Gill. If you see Team India, every person in Team India has been given a certain role, and that person is playing their role perfectly. There is no separate role given to that person. If you see Rohit Sharma plays the role of the aggressor. Shubman Gill plays the role of the anchor, and I think both of them complement each other very well. Because Rohit Sharma plays the aggressor, Shubman Gill gets time and space to just calm down and to just anchor the innings. That is what happens with Shubman Gill. But because Shubman Gill anchors the innings, Rohit Sharma is able to be the aggressor, because he knows that even if his wicket falls, Shubman Gill has now got what is the word? He has stabilized at the crease, and so he just goes at it. Rohit Sharma just goes at it, and because Rohit Sharma goes at it, it just reduces the pressure of the team, because Rohit Sharma is now giving a full start to Team India, and now there is no pressure on the middle order. So I think that just goes beautifully. And if by chance there's a wicket that falls, now walks in the king, and Virat Kohli, and he has just been in supreme form. Like, 2023 has been Virat Kohli's year, for real. by chance, if a wicket falls now, say suppose Rohit Sharma is gone because he plays selflessly. He does not think about himself, and he will just play selflessly. But uh, as soon as Rohit Sharma falls, obviously the run rate will come down, and there is obviously pressure on Virat Kohli. But now to release that pressure, Shubman Gill starts accelerating. Shubman Gill starts accelerating. He takes the charge. He goes in with the bat, and Virat Kohli gets his time now to anchor the innings. And this is where Shubman Gill takes the form of the aggressor, and Virat Kohli becomes uh, the stabilizer. And now, say suppose one wicket falls, say Virat Kohli goes or Shreyas Iyer goes. Sorry, Virat Kohli goes or Shubman Gill goes. Now walks in Shreyas Iyer, and Shreyas Iyer is a king, absolutely, because the biggest jeopardy for India has been its number four. They were not able to find a number four. They sometimes tried by putting Virat Kohli down and someone else on top of him, but didn't work. But as soon as Shreyas Iyer walked in at number four, it becomes so easy for Team India now. And the form of Shreyas Iyer, like literally the form of Shreyas Iyer, because he comes in at number four, the top three players being the ones in the limelight, and even though these players are the ones who are in form and everyone is looking at these players, Shreyas Iyer is the one who's scoring centuries. He's the one who's it's not easy to come in at number four, so down the innings, and still be able to score back to back centuries. Like that is just supreme form for you. And by chance another wicket goes down. Rahul comes in at number five, and I think there's a huge amount of pressure on Rahul if the top order crashes, but he's just able to stabilize the innings. If you remember, there was one match where Virat Kohli and Rahul, they played till the end and they made India win that match. And I think that's the role of Rahul. Wherever he comes, he just performs. Like if he's on the top, he will perform, or if he's below the order, he will perform. And I think he just does it brilliantly. And yeah, I mean every person, if you've seen in Team India, has been in supreme form. And even by chance, if Rahul's wicket goes, then Jadeja comes in at number six. And I mean, I'm just like, while making this video also, I'm just so fascinated by how every piece of the puzzle is just falling into place for Team India. And this is the whole top order and the middle order, and everyone scores over here. Everyone's in supreme form, and everyone has their particular role. They know when to be aggressive, they know when to anchor the innings, and I think that's brilliant. And the reason why India is able to do this is because Hardik Pandya, who was the person that India needed in the squad, he got injured and he was left out of the team. And this is when India had to make a choice whether they wanted to go for an extra batter or an extra bowler. And I think Shami coming into the bowling made India choose an extra batter in Surya Kumar Yadav. So now talking about the bowling, I think a huge credit goes to Team India's bowling. I think the reason why the batting is also successful is because of the bowling. I'll explain this how. With the return of Bumrah, it becomes very easy for Team India to get a very strong bowling lineup. And Bumrah comes in at the start with Siraj. Bumrah opens the bowling with Siraj. And now, say, suppose one of the two are not in form or are not in the nick and are not taking wickets, then that particular bowler is rested and Shami is brought in. I think Shami becomes the X factor for Team India right now. And because of Shami, India is able to go with only 5 bowlers. And because of the only 5 bowler strategy, they are able to get in an extra batsman. Because as soon as Hardik was injured, Team India was in a dilemma whether to take an extra bowler, because they wanted 6 bowlers obviously. The reason why Hardik was so important was because he was bringing an extra bowling option and an extra batting option. But now Team India had to make a choice whether they wanted to go with a batter or whether they wanted to go with a bowler. And this is where I think Shami comes into picture, and the fact that Shami is taking the wickets and the fact that Shami is able to deliver makes it so much more easier for India. and the two spinners, the spinner combination of Jadeja and Kuldeep, makes it much more tougher for the batsman to play because the ball is spinning on the Indian wickets. And I think what happens is when Kuldeep bowls, Kuldeep has come out from a huge patch of, like, what I mean by that is he has a huge break from Team India. No one was expecting his return, and as soon as he returned, he was just delivering to another extent, because what he did different now was he increased his bowling action. He increased the speed of his bowling action. So with his fast arm action, it is very tough for the batsman to predict how the ball is coming, because he has this back of the hand release, and because there's a back of the hand release, it's very tough for the batsman to realize whether the ball is going to spin on the right or whether it's going to spin on the left. And Indian pitches are spinner pitches, and that's why I think Kuldeep makes it so much more tougher for the batsman to score. And because of that, the batsmen are able to, the batsmen are forced rather to defend him, and they are forced to predict where the ball is going, left or right. And then it becomes so tough for them to score that they are like, okay, we may not target Kuldeep, but we will target some other bowler. And they go on to target some other bowler like Bumrah or Shami or something like that, and they lose their wickets over there. And I think this bowling department that Team India has of 5 bowlers, Bumrah, Siraj, Shami, Jadeja and Kuldeep, I think it's excellent. And because of these 5 bowlers, India were able to take an extra batsman in Surya Kumar Yadav, who comes in at around 30 or 35 overs, and he can play his match. He can play a T20, or even if he comes at the end, he's a player who is aggressive, and he is someone who can just take India to a much bigger total than they already are on. And I think I'm so excited for the match on Sunday, India versus Australia. Australia are in prime form. Like, it is so tough to beat this Australia, because I think they were losing the first 2 matches because of because of some players were not available and stuff like that. And as soon as Travis Head came back to Australia, it is just so tough for them. I mean, it is just so tough to beat them. And yeah, everyone is performing in Australia, everyone is performing in Team India, and it is just so tough to know which team will win. But obviously we are supporting India. And also, I may not be able to watch this match because my cousin, who I spoke about in the start, he is proposing his fiancée. I'm not supposed to let this out, but I'm letting it out secretly in this video. Don't go and tell him, he'll kill me. So yeah, that is also another thing that's happening on Sunday itself. So excited for both the results. It'll be fun if both of them are yes. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and yeah, looking forward to Sunday. It's going to be an amazing weekend. Have a good weekend, and thank you so much for watching this video.
I was reading a stat where 30% of Indian women have accepted to be abused by husband or family. So this could be any sort of, you get the point. Only 30% have accepted. You know that the percentage will be way higher considering the societal norms, because you can't go back home, right, if you accept it.
So proud of you, firstly, for bringing this up. Like, it was so much for me to take in, as like sitting on this side of it. So I can barely imagine, like, and some people be like, I understand what your pain is. I don't. I have never gone through something that brutal. So I don't understand it, but all I can do is empathize and probably try to understand.